Hi, Tom. Thanks for taking my call. I'm not a medical provider, but I work in the garden sometimes, and I remove poison ivy. It's a contaminant, basically. And I've always fully suited up and worn 2 gloves. And when I am done, I take off the first pair, which is extremely contaminated. Then I remove the rest of my outfit. And I went to the CDC and looked at their protocol, and I was stunned because they say basically there's 2 versions of removing. And in the first one, you remove your glove, and then you remove all the rest of your gear, your goggles, your headgear. And I'm thinking, and it keeps saying, if you get contaminated, then wash your hands immediately, but then continue on the protocol. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you're touching all this other gear that is potentially contaminated. So
yeah, well, we get it. Even a gardener looks at that and says, wait a second. Elaine Larson, take us through that. Is it 1 layer of gloves, 2 layer of gloves? And if you get down to skin, what, you're getting a chlorine bath as you go here? Is that right? How do you get all this stuff off without contaminating yourself if there's a speck of Ebola infection?
Right. The CDC recommends double gloves.
Perhaps so. Our colleague Judith just went to their website and thought she saw single, but double sounds great. How do you get down to that final level of skin and be certain that you don't have infection on yourself?
Well, I guess you never can be totally certain, but there are, they're also using disinfectant types of sprays and other things as well.
Elaine, stand by there in Washington. Joining us now from San Francisco is Robin Gershon, professor of epidemiology, biostatistics at the Philip R. Lee Institute for Health Policy Studies, School of Medicine, School of Nursing at the University of California, San Francisco. She's former director of biological safety at Yale University, where she worked with many level 3 and 4 biological hazards. Ebola is a level 4 agent. Robin Gershon, thank you very much for being here.
hi, Tom. Thank you.
And I don't know if you've heard this yet, but I'm just looking at a headline here from your old stump.